Down, please. Over, please. Thank you very much. That's right, it's me, Scryptar. How you doing, folks? I'm doing great. We're in version 242 of ARK Annunaki Resource Center. Yep, the birthday update just dropped, and one of the things it should have fixed is the issue where Quetz platforms could create floating structures. I had that happen this morning, and I had that happen yesterday when I logged in. This Quetz was standing somewhere with an empty platform, and the whole structure on top there was floating somewhere randomly in my base. Which is really annoying, because it's not where it's shown it is, so when you actually get on the Quetz and then get off, you know, there's a ramp there. So this would display as empty. You go over here and you teleport through your base, and all of a sudden you're on this platform. And then if that Quetz is like facing that direction, and the platform is facing that direction, and you go on here, all of a sudden, instead of moving forward, you move sidewards when pressing forward, because that structure is actually on the Quetz and facing a different direction than is shown. This is a really, really weird thing. They had that for as long as I can remember. And that's supposedly fixed now, which is great. Well, it might just be that the server restart fixed it for now. Let's hope the fix is actually there. So, we're at our greenhouse, and we're going to do a lot of things. As you can see, this is growing quite nicely. One thing we did yesterday, we pooled our resources and created this. Oh, it's already 300 in there. About an hour ago, 1.5 hours ago, I emptied this, and we had a ton. So I put all of that in here, it's not much left. And converted it eventually all to fun essen. That's all we got out of that. Each one of these needs 64 of them. So you can calculate how many we put in there. That's quite a lot. Also, as you can see, we have quite a bit of resources in here now. Why could that be? Well, first of all, structures. Farming? There you go. All 3, please. Finally managed to get to a stage where we can build these. Now I only need 2, but as you know, we have 1 in here, which has moved from there to here. For testing purposes, to see, you know, how far it reaches and all that stuff. So this guy is technically already there. I'm still going to produce one just to say we have spent the resources on it, and basically throw one away. So this guy has moved over here because I figured out that it definitely is 6 fields in every direction, not counting the one it's standing on. So horizontally 6 fields, which reaches this one, which we have just planted this morning. Also reaches all the way over there, and it should go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to here. So for this we need another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it should be standing here and reach over there, but it won't reach all the way, just to where that window is. No, just to, well, that window is, so just to here. That's not enough. We still have this row and that one crop out over there. So we have to put in 2. First one is going to go here. Why can't you just look that direction? That looks way better. Does this look anything like straight? Yeah, pretty much. So, there you go. Already put a light in here. That's on. Yeah, definitely. And you're on as well. And you're way too far to the left. Can I pick you up? Yeah, I do can. Well, I did it with the other one. Not going to do that now. I moved the dodos over here, so there's 3 in here. And as you can see, there is 3 over here. Looks a little bit weird, but since I can't get in here, and for whatever reason, it has hold E4 options, but I can't reach the feeding trough, I have to jump on here to get in. I needed to have a second door frame there, otherwise I would not have been able to jump. So yeah, that's that. I could put a door in there. That looks even worse than before. So I just leave it as it is. This guy is going to go over here. Hope I can get back out. We'll find out. You can always pick it up. So somewhere like here, maybe a little bit further back for this guy. Yeah, it's not intersecting. It's, well, sort of straight. Not really. Can't really tell when it's sitting in here, so it doesn't really matter. So this guy should fertilize all of this, gets the poop from over here. Should have already had some effect, let's see. Yep, it's already collecting those three, well, it's 3 dodos. So, we still have some metal and narcotics and cementing paste left. So guess what we are going to do with those? Well, you guessed right. There we go. 3 metal seeds. 3 spoiled meat seeds. 3 spark powder, 3 charcoal. Let's see if we can get that. I have a seed chest here now. It holds 45 and we have 40 seeds. I think that's perfect. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We have quite an amount, as you can see. 1, 2, 3. And what else do we need? Charcoal, right? It's not in here yet. Do we have that going somewhere? This looks like charcoal. Oh yeah. So I filled up all these plots with fertilizer to get them going. This is actually quite nice. It does both in equal amounts, pretty much. Well, sort of. So it's good if you do chitin armor, but you also have keratin if you ever need that specifically. I think it's the chitin that you need specifically, where you can't use keratin. Who cares? We have both. And more than enough. And since that's only the lifeline, if you actually need that for something, you'll have a dedicated plot, so you'll have 2 of those at least. I like that. So, what's missing? Well, that one, and the rest was... What else did we want to do? Cementing paste. Yeah, I picked the wrong stuff. That was for gunpowder, right? Well, we just have to make 1000 gunpowder and then we can do those. Still have... Well, you need 2 per, so we can make 2 more. That will be that one. I think we have all the rest in here except for, you know, the drops from the creatures, like this one. Do have that one. Yeah. So we're up in here. What else do we really want? Once cementing paste is done, we can get this. We have obsidian. Pearl and metal. It needs 6 metal seeds now. Look at that. We can do that. No problem. We have both. We just need 1000 electronics. Well, we can do that. 1000 black pearl. I have no idea where to get those. Well, maybe from the alpha most or so that they just added to vanilla ARK. It should contain lots of black pearls. That's what it says in the patch notes. We go over the patch notes a little later. Just a couple of things I would like to mention. That needs dye seed, so yeah, it's gunpowder and cementing paste. So, cementing paste was 3 stone, 3 chitin. Of course. I mean, that's the same if you craft it manually. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Bam, bam. You might also notice the spray painter, which I got for free from the Zomdodos. I started coloring the area behind me. See, it's black. That's our production line. Remember that we made that black? So, I might just put in a food crop plot. Like here, where there's nothing at the moment. Take out this wall. Put windows here, and just have this a little bit separate, and then just put meat in there. That's our food crop plot. Make it red. This is going to be taming. I haven't decided on the color yet. Maybe make that purple or pink or something. Something weird. So didn't need that so far. We will once we got this growing. But finally we got metal seeds. So those are supposed to go in here. Now is that actually going to work? No. So I have to pick that up. Which I didn't really want to do because now it all looks crooked. Let me get somewhat in the middle here. That could have been way worse. Awesome. Metal. Have fun. We need a fertilizer for that. We might have some stored. Oh yeah. You. See, the other one just vanished. It must have redistributed that to one of the crop plots the moment I took out the first one. Alright. Didn't put any fertilizer in here because there was still the metal seed growing, as you could see, that one. Since we misplaced that the last time. Guys, this is... Don't even want to talk about this. These plots are still bugged. It shouldn't be 2400. The dry Essen is 600 and I think the 4 Essen was 900 or 1200? I have to check Coming Space, he set that up. So, not 100% sure what's going on there. I'm gonna upgrade these eventually all to Fun Essen. I just don't want to go through any intermediaries, because this is quite some work. It's 40 crop plots. And I think this is the effect that the last one should have, not this one. Cementing paste, we're right. Go in there, have fun. And narcotics go here. Was also missing a sign here. I think it's Stims that was missing. It would make sense to put it here. We don't have that anywhere else, but that doesn't mean that we don't have anything other than Stims that is missing. So we have to go through this once we have all the seeds placed and just check if we have 40 different seeds in storage. That should work. That's already 1500. I took out this morning 9000. So there's about 4000 in the generator up here and 5000 downstairs. We will never have any problems with that again. Awesome. So this is working. From now on, we shouldn't be worried about fertilizing our crop plots, and we get the improved fertilizer, not the vanilla one. We do have all of this going. Next step is definitely get the last crop plot going with Funness, and for that we need 100, so I will do this in the morning. It's not really any use to convert like 300 of those. That's like 5 of these afterwards. Nah. Maybe 10, and then Funness and 5, yeah, that doesn't really work. I do want to have that thing, what's it called? So we need stone, wood and hide, and we have the rest, just barely, but we do have the rest. We have the metal ingots, stone, wood and hide. Can I have some stone, wood and hide, please? Hide. Just a bit. 3000. Stone. Why not? And wood is over there, of course. I haven't touched this once. Yeah, I think once because I wanted to make some charcoal, but that's pretty much it. There you go. There's one flaw I discovered in this whole distribution system. Let's take this one for example. You know, it plants everything in these first 12 item slots, which I think is the original storage capacity of a normal crop lot. Here it's obviously 45, but once it reaches this, placing fertilizer, it stops. So if I have like wood in here, because this fertilizer gets used, so everything moves up one spot. If this is all full of wood crop, or in this case mushrooms, it will only place these two. So I have to go up here at least once a week, which isn't that bad regarding that we should do all of this manually otherwise. And basically either take out the crops or redistribute, rearrange the fertilizer in here. Actually have an example. No, I think I did all of that already. Yeah, it's all looking fine. But look at this. This is 9, obviously. And it does 13. What? 12. And this is not in there. This is metal. It doesn't put another 2 in here. Bad example because this is actually covered by that one, but it would look like that anyway, no matter how you look at it. Might have 1 or 2 in here where you can actually see that. Nope, that's rearranged. Well, that as well. But as you can see, there is one missing here, and there is none here, although we just had tons of fertilizer in there, which could have been put in here. You know, this is what it should look like. Now, the first one is the seed, because I moved it up there. I like it that way. And all the rest is crops, because they keep on growing, so they keep on filling spots, so group them at the end. But once they move up the line, we might run out of fertilizer. So I guess once a week for checking is fine with this big fertilizer sack. That should work. You should be done, right? Thank you very much. See, I was complaining at first about, you know, there's only one item that you want to place. Why do you put that in the hotbar? Why don't you just press use item and leave it at that? And I came to see that there actually is a reason for doing this. First of all, it makes talking a lot easier if you don't have to worry about it. And second of all, if this doesn't work, I have to do it all over again. And that's really bad when you're on cam, because it distracts you. That's just what it does. So, we have all of those. Fits nicely. Perfect. We could do the Mega Crafter next, which would collect all of the stuff, and we don't ever have to worry about it. Don't like that. Because the Mega Crafter automatically upgrades all of this to the last Essen. What if I actually need, I don't know, 1 Essen or 2 Essen for something like upgrading or creating crop plots, and everything is converted to the last one? I don't have any stack of the lower tiers. I mean, if the Mega Crafter would work in a way that it says, okay, I make 1 stack of this, and as soon as I start the 2nd stack, I start upgrading, fine. I wouldn't worry about it. But the way it currently works, don't like it. So we're not going to do that. I think Kami is going to build that, so we might see that in action over there. Down, please. Over, please. Thank you very much. So, next thing we're going to do, since we now have the means to actually do narcotics and all of that stuff, we are going to set up our little tranking station. Currently, all the way over here is our vault where we have all that stuff. So I have my bullets in here, which I'm going to convert using the narcotics into these darts, and I have some sedatives in here, still need to make some. Don't know why I have that in here, I actually don't need that for anything, and we're going to grow that soon, so get out. And that's pretty much the extent... Nope. The extent of our tranquilizer station. That's where I wanted to go. You go back in here. All the dice, all the stuff. Yeah, that looks good. We have a new update coming, so I guess there's a hotfix coming in. You know what, guys? I will prepare this a little bit and wait for the restart, and then I meet you right back. Howdy! That is now about 4.5 hours later. The 242.1 update did not drop. Still not. So, we're back here. I've done some cabling. It looks ugly when you look up there. As long as you don't look up there, it's actually quite fine. Told you already, I don't want to have it down here because the cables are showing through the floor. So that's no use. So I thought, okay, let's put it up there and then just have the outlet up there as well. And those cables will connect up there. That shouldn't be too bad. Build everything we need. So we could start on the left, we could start on the right. It doesn't really matter. Let's start right over here. Want to see if I can get this lined up in a way that we get this straight to the wall. Not to our foundations, but to the wall. That doesn't look too bad. So, do we want to get close here? I don't think so. Can I? I can. Should I? Why not? That doesn't actually look half bad. Something like this. We could always put a light next to it then. That might be working, because then we can put a light on the other side as well. So, give me my hut. You go here. Should have made that the other way around, huh? I mean, the smithy is going to go here, so we have to go around the fridge if we want to access the vault. Otherwise, if we had the fridge on this side, as you can see, we could, you know, reach past the vault to access it. So you pick up. Let's do this one first then. It's also quite nice because we can attach this really to the wall as close as possible. That's the biggest thing we have here in terms of depth. that. Then you. Well, we can't have you too close, right? Yeah, that's always been the same problem. Don't ask why, it's just how it is. Not too bad. We have enough space here. Do we want to have this close? I do want to have the kibble vending machine somewhere in between here. Let's put this guy... What room do we have here? Is that even, sort of? Yeah, I think so. Even spacing on both sides. Like that? We can always pick it up if it doesn't fit. So then... No, not you, you. I hate this. I mean, why? Never mind. That's why we have this to the left and not somewhere over here, so you don't see that gap behind there. Or not as much of that gap, let's put it this way. So, you want to have this close to the wall, so we should align this with this guy and then just move over. I think the smithy just did something to us. So, let's do this. That should be fine. That's neat. Can put a light on the left side or something like that. We're done. Yeah, we're pretty much done. So that should work. That connects, that's fine. You are input. You can't have a name, right? Oh, you can. What name would you get a kibble vending machine? Kibbletron 2000. What's going on? My spinal killed something. That's you. I didn't show you this guy so far, right? No, I'm going to show you in a second. I found that one in between this part of the episode and the last one. Kibbles and treats. That doesn't look right. That's better, right? Perfect. So now we can move all the stuff from here, out of these pygmy kibbles over there. That's pretty much it. We just need to set up, you know, the crop plots upstairs, which we are working on. In the meantime, I set up narcotics and electronics and polymer, I think. I'm going to show you that in the next episode. For the moment, there are a couple of things in this 242 update that I would like to go over quickly. Still have to level up that guy. So I'm going to talk about that, and you can see the footage of how we got this guy. I think that might be a nice idea, right? Let's do that. First thing, there are new creatures. Diplodocus, Alpha Mosasaurus, and the Leech. The last one of which will give you a disease if you're not careful, and that's a permanent disease, so you have to cure it. The cure is also taken from that leech. How? I do not know yet. Can't show you the creatures. Annunaki Genesis has to update first, as that rewrites all the vanilla creatures, and that's why they don't spawn, I think, because I haven't seen them and we did a respawn. There's a training dummy on which you can do target practice if you like, which is quite nice, so that won't be destroyed and you can see how much damage you do. Also for the Diplodocus and some others, like the Gallimimus, there will be multi-seat saddles, so you can do passenger transport. As a Dragon Arena, I'm quite fond of trying that. They added a follow range command to the dinos. Whatever that does, I guess when you try a whistle follow all, that will determine who actually listens to you. Tribe groups phase 2, support for limited non-admin invites and so on and so forth. So they've done work on the tribes. Breeding mechanics phase 2, we're going to try that very soon. Interactive baby raising with cuddling and all the stuff. Optional RPG stats mode is what you see on your screen, those floating numbers. Those are server settings. Same as odd turrets can no longer be built on platforms, offline raiding prevention. All of that can be set on the server, not on the client, so don't even try. Alpha creatures XP reduced by 45%, so it's no use pretty much trying to kill alphas for XPs. There are some other things like weight increase for Brontos, plant turrets, now consuming fertilizer per shot and stuff like that. We're not gonna cover that in detail. Watch out for the next episodes for everything discussed. Now for the stats of this Spino: 16,030 health, 4,270 stamina, 1,127 weight and 1,048.9 melee damage. Not too bad. Still like the Alpha Spino better. So, that's it for today, folks. If you liked the video, subscribe for more, leave a comment if you feel like it. Don't forget to enjoy yourselves. See you soon.